from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars Wrestling Show, episode 203, I believe.
It is.
It is. And I am your man behind the microphone and your current reigning Scholars of Wrestling champion, Scholar Jeff. To my right is the former champion, Scholar Tarek. How's it going this evening, sir?
We're not afraid of dreaming big. We're not afraid to bring the fight. Wanted the best of both worlds, and it starts here tonight.
This musical interlude brought to you by the former champion, Scholar Tarek.
Hey, that song is actually kind of catchy. The song that they used to promote the Backlash.
Oh, is that? You know, I don't know why, but for some reason that didn't register for once. So it's like, okay, I don't think I ever heard that song.
Really?
Yeah, I've just been paying attention. Okay, all the build, and then we're just coming off the heels of the Greatest Royal Rumble. So and then all of a sudden we're here at Backlash.
Hell, they even had it at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and it got some controversy because it had Carmella in it.
That's it. Okay, now I follow. All I heard was controversy. They're like, oh no, women, and then all of a sudden, okay, out of everything happening there, the last thing I was paying attention to was the song.
It was a very catchy song.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well.
Absolutely.
Well, anyway,
I'll even take a minute or so out of this show to just play it because it's, like I said, it's a catchy song. I actually have fun listening to it. Hey. Just of all the superstars mouthing it, it's just so much fun.
Hey, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of time for that after this. But first, we have some very important news to get to.
He didn't want to listen to it now.
Well, yeah, because I'm surprised that you don't want to get to this.
We paused one episode so many years ago just to show Brian how to play Raw Deal when we did the Raw Deal episode.
Oh, yeah, we did do that. Wow. What episode was that?
I don't remember.
There's your homework assignment, Scholars of Wrestling Universe.
I think that was pre-YouTube. Probably when we were doing what was the name of that website we did it?
Not Podcast One. It was Podbean.
Podbean, that's right.
Wow. There's a blast from the past for you.
That's a little bit of nostalgia for all you new Scholars of Wrestling listeners.
Yes. But that was then. This is now, and there's lots of things to talk about. But first, we need to kick things off with a little bit of a segment we like to call Backstage News.
Indeed. We go ahead and just go and peek behind that curtain. Peek a little bit, just a bit, so no one can see you. So Andre the Giant doesn't turn around and say, "Get out!" and check in on a little
Backstage News. I watched that documentary too, man.
It was such a good documentary.
It actually was. If you haven't seen the Andre the Giant documentary, go see it. It's bound to be somewhere.
I find it hilarious that they took a good couple minutes out of their time to just talk about his farting.
Yeah,
I'm like, what, did Nickelodeon help promote this too with nothing but fart jokes?
And yet, for some reason, like the weeks of after that, I would just get a mental image of Andre the Giant farting. This is what goes through my mind, folks.
No. Here's another one that goes through your mind. Just watching the scene in The Princess Bride when it's Wesley versus Fezzik, and when he first charges and trying to lift him up, just when he's grabbing Andre all around, you just...
Oh, boy.
I just think you're doing well.
Oh, boy. You're going to ruin that movie for me.
Nothing can ruin that movie.
Yeah, you're right. Why am I kidding? Because you know what? We're in such a good mood after the bit of good news we got this week. Ladies and gentlemen, Politics Kane has not only just returned, but he's on the way to winning. That's right. In case you haven't heard, Kane is campaigning for mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. He has officially won the Republican nomination, and considering it's a very heavily red state, it's looking very likely that Kane is going to be the next mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Kane!
Your reactions, number one Canaanite that I have known for so many years. What's your reaction to this good news?
I actually wasn't surprised because I knew he was going to win. Just knowing his history and just how he is with politics and just how incredibly smart he is. So when I heard he was running, I'm like, yeah, I know he's going to win. He's going to go all the way, and he's going to burn that stake to the ground.
Metaphorically.
Sure,
let's go with that.
Let's go with that. Hellfire and brimstone, yeah.
Well, I'm sure that depends entirely on how you view libertarian politics. But again, this is scholars of wrestling, not scholars of politics. These are all of our opinions, are strictly our own. But all we know for certain is this is really cool. Kane's going to be a legit politician now.
I'm looking forward to see like good time jump down in the future and just see how he does, like how the people are accepting of him. I mean, look what Jesse Ventura did. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to blow Jesse Ventura out of the water when it comes to, politics. Politics Kane.
Politics Kane. That meme will never die, at least as far as the scholars of wrestling are concerned. But yeah, overall, I think this is super cool. And just seeing his insignia on all his campaign materials, it's like the little flame, the little stylized flame.
It's just so perfect for him.
He knows. He knows.
He's not going to escape, and he's not even trying.
Hey, just if you've got something that works as marketable, why not?
Exactly.
Still, it's super cool. Congratulations, Mr. Glenn Jacobs Kane, Mayor Kane, Politics Kane, Mayor Jacobs, whatever you want to call him. Congratulations to you. We wish you nothing but the best there in Knox County.
Absolutely.
But anyway, now that we've got the celebrations out of the way, let's talk about the next pay-per-view that's up to the task. Again, I honestly forgot that this was coming up so soon after the Greatest Royal Rumble, but yet here we are, and it's looking like a pretty interesting card. I am, of course, talking about WWE Backlash 2018.
What I like about this is that minus one match, it's all singles matches. There's only one tag match in this whole card.
Yeah, and honestly, it's for such an unexpected sort of B pay-per-view, this is a pretty interesting card. And that's another thing. It's actually in our backyard.
Oh, I knew.
Which I totally forgot about.
They promoted it when I went to SmackDown way back when. At least it feels way back when. But yeah, they did promote Backlash. I was debating on whether or not to go, but I want to save up for WrestleMania this year, so I don't mind skipping Backlash.
Yeah, true. We got a whole bunch of really great shows happening this year over in the East Coast. But again, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But for right now, let's get into Backlash 2018, starting with the recently announced pre-show match of Bayley versus Ruby Riott. Fool, who do you got?
Oh, I'm going first on this? Okay. Well, I just... Literally, but I found out about this match right before we started recording, so I didn't have time to really click on... I didn't really have time to click on this one to really think it down. But given the couple minutes I have, and just thinking, since it's now the Riot Squad in, I guess, a feud with, or getting themselves involved with the never-ending piece of shit feud that is Bayley versus Sasha Banks.
Your words, not mine.
You're actually enjoying this?
I'm not saying I was enjoying it. I'm just saying it's...
I'm sorry. The Sasha Bayley stuff is just garbage. And I'm not saying that because I don't like Sasha Banks. I actually gave the feud a chance because I know of their history when they fought in NXT, the Iron Woman match, and what was before the Iron Woman match? Wasn't it just a straight-on one-on-one?
I believe it was.
But these two I know can put on great matches together. But this feud, it's just... It seems to have a problem starting before it really gets going. I mean, other than fighting in what looks like a locker room,
there is an odd pacing problem with this whole thing. That I will acquiesce.
I think this is a feud that was started pre-Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the setup did seem to be long, and I feel like this is just definitely one of the B feuds that they're working with right now.
Are they working?
Barely.
It's I would say working at a turtle pace, but I think that's moving too fast for this feud. But
so how does this one go? Bayley versus Ruby Riott on the pre-show.
Sasha's not going to get involved. It's going to basically be what they did on Raw. It's like, oh, Sasha's not going to be in my corner, and it's going to be Riot Squad overpowering Bayley, and I'm gonna go with Ruby Riot.
Yeah, I'm actually going with Ruby Riot too. Just having, whether it's the Riot Squad overpowering Bayley or Sasha coming out and interfering somehow, it just seems like there's way too much stacked against Bayley in this match. Plus, I like Ruby Riot and I kind of want to see her excel. So maybe this will be her time to get a win.
I actually, well, we can officially say the Riot Squad is 10 times better than Absolution, since Absolution is now officially dead, confirmed by Paige. With the Riot Squad, there was definitely momentum being built when they were still on SmackDown. I mean, they were pretty much feuding with Charlotte, and once they got switched to Raw with the Superstar Shakeup, they seem to have kind of a good momentum in their favor, and I like the Riot Squad. I can actually say that now. Like, they're a good heel faction, and we need something that's something other than Alexa Bliss as a top female heel.
Yes, we definitely need more of those, and I'm a big fan of Ruby Riott. I think she can do it.
And I'm actually going to say this right now. I think Ruby Riott's going to win this coming Miss Money in the Bank.
You know what? I can see that. Depending on what they do with Sanity, and even if they do bring in Nikki Cross as a part of Sanity later on in the year, given Ruby Riott's relative seniority on the main roster, I can see her being a strong contender for it.
Well, yeah, Money in the Bank's next week's. Oh, not next week.
I was going to say,
not
don't
next
tell
week.
me there's another
next
one.
month. Next month. That's what I meant to say. I'm putting my money on Ruby Riott right now.
All right. Next match on the card, the one and only tag match on the card. We've got the team of Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. For this one, I guess I'm going first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say it's Strowman and Lashley. Lashley is just returned just recently. Braun Strowman is Braun Strowman. He's white freaking hot. I just don't see any way that these guys don't win this. Especially coming off of a presumably heel winning the pre-show match. You got to balance it off somewhere early on in the card. And you know what? I'm convinced it's going to be Strowman and Lashley.
I'm going to go with Strowman and Lashley too, just for this pretty much the exact same reason you said, that Braun Strowman, he's the guy. As much as they want to try and push Roman Reigns, it's Braun Strowman who is the guy.
He really is.
For all the newer audience who don't know who Bobby Lashley is and know that he had a history in WWE in the past, this could be a good rub from Strowman to Lashley. As much as I want Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win, because to be fair, they need the win.
They need something.
They need the win, especially coming off from SmackDown to Raw and just getting completely demolished this on the Go Home show and on the show on the week beforehand by Braun. I really want Owens and Zayn to win, but it's Braun Strowman. It's not just like Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. It's Braun Strowman.
Get something, get these hands.
Something, get these hands. Speaking of which, did you see the drive along with Alexa Bliss?
I have not yet. I really want to see that.
Oh my God! There's the one part where he explained the origin of Get These Hands.
That part I did see because it was actually in a preview on the .com.
Oh my God! I couldn't stop laughing.
That was great.
I want them to be an on-screen couple because I love Alexa Bliss and Braun. They have such great chemistry together.
They really do.
But with this, back to the match. I hope this will eventually lead to a Bobby Lashley heel turn, just so we can get a Bobby Lashley Braun Strowman feud. Because when you have Braun Strowman on such